underway at the Iparrua. This a rather tiny confines. It's only 113 yards long, 71 wide, which will compress the play, and that might make it easier. This is a place where Eibar has been very difficult to beat. In fact, only Deportivo has done so, and that by the barest of margins.
Right from the get-go, Eibar coming out and letting Gareth Bale and Benzema know that it's not going to be a walk in the park here. They've been very good that way in terms of pressurising teams in this little postage stamp of a stadium. As I said, Garcia's men have been really full of vim and vigour. Under Garitano, the 39-year-old ex-Eibar player, they've got a wonderful leader that's made this stadium his home for so long.
Been in charge since 2012 of the top team, helping them earn promotion twice in a row. And a respectable 11th. And Ray, if they do get the upset of all upsets, could be 8th. But here's Bale trying to change it. Bit of a trip. But play on, says Fernandez Borbalon. It'll be a goal kick at the end.
Bale thinks he got tripped. Let's take a look and replay. Nice hocus pocus, puts it through the legs, drives past the last man, gets a little bit of the ball. Nothing there. Take a look again, makes contact with the ball.
Strong challenge, Abraham. Got Bale, but play on. Benzema with the outside of the boot. Ronaldo turns and taken down by Garcia.
Now this is slap play here by Garcia. He's got the player focused in on, and his spacing is good, but just needed to put his brakes on right here and just hold up Cristiano and force him into a negative play, but he's opened the door here.
Small stadium like this, the angles appear a little different.
Well, even by Cristiano's Mount Everest high standards, this one will take something ultra special to get this over this distance at this angle past Irureta. But he'll give it a go, and they know it.
Might be set up more for Bale, but
yep,
Ronaldo has the look. Now backing off, it will be Bale. 5 in the wall. The Welshman strikes, drives, slapped up, and on top of the crossbar. What a stop by Xavi.
What a hit by the Welshman. This dragon breathes fire here. Gareth Bale, that's a wonderful sizzling shot. The power's the easy part. Anybody can provide power, but that sort of accuracy, that's world class, nothing less. Wonderful dynamic on the ball, and that's a hell of a save by Xavi Irureta. Brilliant. Jungle cat quick, the big black man with that beautiful strip, Lev Yashin. Well said, Phil. Putting on a show here tonight for the fans. Brave and plucky, but look out.
Carvajal sends it wide. Beautiful chip by Ronaldo, plays it square. Benzema couldn't settle, still in, and the header by Hannes. Second touch by Ronaldo, but was he onside? It looks like they're going to count it.
It's brilliant from Cristiano, this. Drives through, and we'll see in replay what the genius of Cristiano Ronaldo is. He's not just a goal scorer, people. This is wonderful. When we look at it again, James drives beautifully at the top, but Cristiano it is who's the architect. Take a look. Gets provided this by Carvajal. He's got 2 players in front of him. That little scoop pass there is brilliant. He sets it on a plate. It's very close to finding Benzema, which might have been offside, but then it pops up. Beautiful providing. Benzema should have finished it off, but James says, I see you, I'll cover you. And the Colombian rises like the salmon out of the fresh summer stream. Boom, get in. 1-0.
Started the day just 2 points back of Villarreal and their big brothers Athletic. And again, if they can get that victory, miracle of miracles, they could climb to 8th in the table. Ball driven across. Benzema is there, skips away off the fingertips of Xavi, but he got some help.
Lovely play out wide again from Cristiano. Lines it up for Big Ben's waiting at the back post. Got no chance of getting it, and Ureta.
James again. Marcelo. Low drive, deflected by Akisa. Isco sends it across, headed in and touched, slapped away and plucked out of midair by Xavi, or it would have been goal number 2.
Beautiful waiting at the back from Pepe, who sets it up beautifully. Fabulous ball by Isco. Pepe sees his square man running. It's his Sergio Ramos, his partner in central defence. He feeds the big man. Sergio rattles it home, but Xavi Ureta again. And right here, you see Marcelo may have fouled Abraham there. He seemed to get the ball. Quality again from Benzema.
James scoops it, spotted Carvajal in the corner of his eye. Nice back heel from Bale into the box. Ronaldo on a bouncer! Over the fingertips of Xavi, and it's 2-0 Real.
And that's it for him, as I was saying before. That's his 29th team that he scored against. Every team he comes up against, he scores. And Cristiano Ronaldo, just crackling like bacon, does not let anybody off the hook. Catches it as a little touch of good fortune, assists this, I believe. Let's take a look. Wonderful driving on from Carvajal, and it's a, wow, goes into the funny house of mirrors. Take a look again. It's a strange hit. It doesn't seem to take a deflection. He just hits it weirdly, steps through the ball. Well, I'll tell you what, there's the celebration from the boss. Wonderful, and that's why the players throw petals at his feet. Wonderful Ancelotti, giving us all the best Cristiano Ronaldo impersonation you'll see this side of Las Vegas. Well done, Carlito.
It's almost as though the action on that ball, like he kicked it into his left foot. Yeah. And then it's scooped up and over.
You might be right, Phil. We'll take a look at half-time. This is the keepers all day, but yeah, that's a great observation, Phil Shane.
And knowing Ronaldo, he might have even done it on purpose.
I'm not so sure about that one. But I think that you're probably dead right, Phil. We haven't been able to see the angle on which it took that, as I said, weird house of mirrors look to it, but that can be the only way, because I don't think it touches the defender in front of him. I think he, like you say, he strikes it onto his standing foot. Now, if he comes out in the papers tomorrow and says, that's exactly what I meant to do, goodbye, you blizzard.
A lot of people up north probably already have one of their own.
Yeah.
19.
People up in Buffalo listening in. Hang in there, people. Tough times for those brave lads and lasses up there in Buffalo.
Even further in the appropriate Great White North. 19th goal for Ronaldo goes along with 5 assists in recent matches. One-man wrecking crew. Gross impeded. Huge goal for Real just before the half, takes some of the pressure off. Can they get a third? Pushing forward. Final minute. Bale.
I want to have another look at Cristiano's impersonator in that technical area. That's what I want to do, because I tell you what, Cristiano just gave him a nice celebration, because this is the 50th game that Ancelotti has taken over in Real Madrid's colours in La Liga, so a nice gift.
Bit of a concern there.
Yeah, you've got Basel on November 26th, right round the corner. Am I having any problem getting the World Whirlpool quickly at half-time, likely?
Cross midfield, slipped on. Kappa Tries to cut around Marcelo, who handles the pressure well. And then with a bit of bravado, cuts to the inside and finds Ronaldo.
Handball.
6,000 refs in the stands. Final seconds of this opening half. Real Madrid has been in a battle, but they have the edge as we head towards the break. Will they get one last chance to cut into the lead? And the answer is no. Halftime at the Iparrua. It is Eibar nothing, Real Madrid 2.
Amazing. Real Madrid 23 away goals this term, and Cristiano with that last one gives a nice insurance policy to impressive Real Madrid against plucky, brave, quality-laden Eibar. Played without fear. They've been nicely organised, but still, you can only hold on to a tiger by its tail for so long. The teeth at the other end will get you, and that's what happened with Real Madrid. A little bit of good fortune, it must be said, on both goals, but in our replays we've seen, Phil, looked like Benzema was definitely level for that first go-ahead goal, which a lot of the opposition fans will be crying about, but I think perhaps a little later we might be able to take a look and show that it is dead level.
Then the second goal. You
one.
don't think it was intentional, and you're probably right, but Ronaldo getting a, shall we say, a fortunate bounce off himself.
Sure, the strike at goal was fully intentional. If you don't buy a ticket to the lottery, you know, he ain't gonna win, so full credit. His technique was good enough, but seemingly it took that bloop off of his own standing foot, so you make your own luck.
No changes at the half. Manu hearing the footsteps. Did not give Saul much to work with.
Aye.
Wins it back, though, from long range. A roller that's harmlessly wide. Xavi in goal for Eibar. Boveda, Albentosa, Equisa in for Marcelo.
Well played.
Brazilian drives, has Isco, looks the other way. Ronaldo. Benzema. Back for Ronaldo. The leading Ballon d'Or candidate. Charge from behind and a foul. James decked as Manu went through the back.
Wonderful skill and ability. He ain't going down.
Ronaldo moving into the area, looking for the back post. Ramos slapped away, and rebound set high. Benzema with an open net.
Well, it's at a hell of an angle to rifle it in. And either way, the whistle goes. A great opportunity by Ramos. Rises nicely. Here, beautifully picked out. He's onside. Meets a train at the station. Punches his ticket. Punches his header.
Real finding the alleyways. Marcelo to Ronaldo. Feeds it back to the Brazilian. Boveda back just in time. Marcelo keeps it alive. Squared into the center, and Benzema will knock it home. The ball never crossed the goal line till he put it in the net.
This is great play by Marcelo and James. When we take a look at it again, Marcelo keeps believing. Benzema, the thunderbolt at the end of it. Poor Xavi cannot believe it. He's contesting. I think that Marcelo might have fouled the player. I didn't see any foul. Saw a great tenacity in Marcelo, a great desire to get the ball right here. It's a little touch, there's nothing there, and Marcelo keeps it alive. James pulls it back beautifully. The ball's in play and it's rifled home. It's Boveda who's trying to get the ball shepherded out right here, but Marcelo says he who hesitates is dead when you play in Real Madrid. Benzema catapults this one home, beautifully accurate. And Getting onto it faster than a bottle rocket, the Frenchie.
Credit to James. Just like Ronaldo did not give up. After this, another foul and a yellow card as Marcelo taken down. Eibar will head to surprising Celta before returning home against Almeria, and then a tough tandem of Sevilla and Valencia before we hit the new year. For Real Madrid in league, at Malaga, and then back home against Celta themselves. Of course, as you mentioned, they still have that trip to Switzerland to face Basel. Might be lovely this time of year, but Basel might have a secret or two up their sleeves. Arbeloa will be the final substitute for Real. Ronaldo, 19 on the season, looking to make it 20 from about 30 yards out on an angle off the top of the wall. But what did they call? Did they call a handball?
Yep,
they did, inside the box, and it's going to be a penalty. Ronaldo, free kick, hits a hand in the wall, and this is going to be worth another look. It was Albentosa who turned towards the ball, but normally, if the ball is going to hit you in the face, the referees tend to give you the benefit of the doubt.
That's correct, but the hand or the arm has got to be right in front of your face and not away from your body as it was there.
Only the second penalty called this season by Fernandez. Looking to make it 4. It's Ronaldo side netting his 20th of the season.
Again, emphatic in the dispatch. Power and accuracy is there. No chance for Xavier Ureta. The Eibar fans will be complaining by the letter of the law. The referee's decision is correct. Would he have been as brave at the other end though, but that one is pretty clear. Albentosa jumping, that's beautiful attempt by Ureta to get to it, but placement and perfect.
Occasionally we've even seen him step into the midfield, and it looks like that might be the case again. Remember, Atletico Madrid barely edged out a 2-1 win. This one
Beautiful service to the back
Lekic.
post, and he's absolutely found spot on. Wonderful ball this. He sees him peeling away like tissue on a toilet roll at the back, and he just can't get his gyroscope adjusted. Lekic rises nicely. This is a peach of a ball from Kappa again, man. And a Kappa.
Again, plenty more available on beIN Sports Connect. Check out beinsports.tv. Plenty of highlights in this one as well as we've reached the final minute. 5 in attack. Isco fakes. Rolls wide. Bale hesitated and lost. Boveda. Tired legs. He wasn't going to get there. Kroos steps up. Ball pops up. No call for Benzema. Again, Javi Lara with fresh legs. Unable to keep the ball in, though. Abraham.
Well, as this game goes into the last moments, Phil, we've been giving full credit to Eibar all game long, and deservedly so. It needs to be restated. The modesty of this little club and its players up against the 10-time European champions, and in a short time they could be crowned champions of the world. But either way, Eibar put on their own stylistic football. They weren't rough houses.
Carvajal
They played
wide.
absolutely pretty football, confident football, but they couldn't contain Cristiano's class in the end and Real Madrid's pedigree. But man alive, if there's a moral victory, they deserve to have a good
Forget about moral victories as Isco stripped. You look at the table, we've seen easily 4 or 5 teams that are clearly inferior to Eibar. So again, it'll be interesting to find out if they can stay up, what year 2 might be like.
Well, they are. The fans recognise their bravery, but again, you go back to the type of football they played. Again, he's in.
Chance on the overhead, but Angel couldn't quite get his wings in line. And that will do it. The final whistle, a chance for David